home. It's easy to take for granted. Sometimes it's a feeling more than a place. A sense of belonging. A sense of welcome. It can be between four walls or a whole country between oceans. However it's defined, it's home nonetheless. The inaugural round of America's Rallycross Championship has come and gone. 4 weeks later, the competitors reunite on American soil. Chris, Patrik, and Travis look to build on the fourth place in England. It may be 2,000 miles from team headquarters, but this is home turf for the American-built team. This is launch control. Two days out from the second ARX event is a key moment for Subaru Rally Team USA. Travis Pastrana joins Patrik Sandell and Chris Atkinson for some welcome downtime. Shake out the jet lag, acclimatize to the Texas heat, and develop a strategy for race day.
The last few months have just been wide open. A lot of press, a lot of media coming for an amazing Evel Knievel tribute. Come straight from there to here. It's my first rallycross event in almost 2 years now, so you know, to come in a day early, to get a chance to kind of relax, and it's good to get some exercise, honestly, and come out here to Austin. So much to do, and definitely looking forward to going and try to learn from those guys and see what we can do.
Downtown Austin strikes a balance between a bustling metropolis enjoying rapid growth and active outdoor spaces.
Yeah, basically I try and get in a few days early coming in from Australia. Had a mega sleep, so it's good just to chill out, do some training, do some light exercise, so you know, acclimatise. Best thing to do when you get off a plane is do a bit of exercise.
Like now in Austin, getting used to the heat. I know it's going to be super hot inside the car, so it's just good to be here a few days before. Austin is a super beautiful city. We're going to be out on the river today, playing around a bit, and yeah, no, I'm just excited to be back.
I'm working on like 2 hours of sleep in the last month, so I'll probably just get out there and just be like, just, you know, get the blood flowing, get some oxygen, take a deep breath, and so it's a beautiful day.
Hanging in the lovely Colorado River. Waiting for Travis. He got a bit bored, so he's going to jump off the bridge.
You can take the racers out of the race, but the race out of the racer, that's another story.
No, this is fun. This is really good. I think it's so good just to get out and do something. Yeah. Anytime you get a group of drivers and one driver gets handed the key, and it's usually Patrik Sandell because he's kind of the most mature of the group for sure. I'm the king of the world! Oh wait, what? No, sorry. So I think everyone kind of agrees that he should drive, and Atco usually jumps in the back and goes to sleep, so that works out well.
I'm pretty chilled in the back. I just close my eyes, Patrik's going to drive and just put a blindfold on and hope for the best. I'd rather be in the back there. It's more comfortable with those huge seats, aircon on, 5 cup holders, I was set.
The day's activities wrap up with a fan appreciation event at the local Subaru retailer.
Hello!
After the fun and games, the real work begins tomorrow. At the track, the paddock is set up, the cars are ready to go.
We're here in Austin, Texas at COTA, the racetrack. This is the second round of the ARX Championship and the first round in the US. Out here today, it's expected to be heat index of 106 degrees or something like that. So it's a challenge for the cars. They're making 600 horsepower and the radiator's in the rear and you're trying to keep it cool. So it's not easy.
The all-new permanent circuit of the Americas Rallycross track takes center stage. The venue is the centerpiece of the ARX Championship, with the series returning to the track again in September. First task on the agenda is to learn the track. Travis also needs to get to grips with the car.
Man, so excited. Back in the car, man. This is, they call them supercars for a reason. This thing, it's scary fast.
This weekend will be a challenge for the whole team. Practice, 4 qualifying sessions, 2 semifinals, then the final are all crammed into a single day. There's no time for major repairs, no time to regroup. So the drivers, the engineers, and the mechanics need to hit the ground running. The 4 qualifying sessions in the ARX series is the linchpin of this series. While each race is head-to-head, it's your overall time that determines your ranking. Through the 4 sessions, points are awarded accordingly. Steady and consistent points win the game. So while Patrik Sandell only finishes 4th in his race, he sets the 4th fastest time of the entire field.
We were still P4, even though we were, 4th in our heat, so we were faster than the whole Audi group. So that's a good sign, but we want more.
This is where the teamwork begins. The sharing of information between cars allows them to learn from each driver.
Kind of break it up into 2 big categories of the engine and the chassis. So the drivability of the engine, shifting, the anti-lag, and the launch. And the chassis is more focused on the setup. How's the car turning? How's it rotating?
Yeah, like I'm handbraking every single corner on the track to make it rotate. So if we can open the diffs up and then I can drive around, then I can just come out a little bit smoother, maybe even go down the first.
Yeah. I just lost that straight on the brakes. Like the minute I touched the brakes, where you went.
Then the engineers and the drivers sit down and they say, what can we do to improve these lap times?
Did I pull it long enough on first gear in the start?
It's a combination, definitely speaking with the driver, watching the car on the track. We're allowed to use the VBOX system, camera and data logging system. So they're analyzing the different drivers' behaviors and trying to understand why one could be faster than the other.
Patrik was able to stay further out of the jump. And Arpin is forced to have to rotate that corner a lot more. So even though Arpin had... The benefit of having a 3-car team is to see who is running the best where and what is their setup. And then you can share that data across the board to try and bring all cars up in the same performance level at the same time.
A new layer of building blocks are laid on the foundation. Then they return to the track.
If it's a physical change on the car, like the engineer would tell the mechanic, this is the jobs we want to do for the next outing, then the lead technician works with his crew to decide how to accomplish that.
Every session, the times are improving. Each race, the drivers are using the information to their advantage. Lap after lap, they learn. And then they return to the Subaru paddock for more of the same. This process brings the team to a turning point.
At the end of the 4 Qs, right? Even though it's based on time, you're accumulating points. Then it's an odd and even game with the semis, right? So you have 1, 3, 5, etc. in one semi and 2, 4, 6, 8 in the other. And looking at where we were with our cars, points-wise, with our competitors, we desperately did not want to have a situation where all 3 of our cars might end up in the same semi, let's say, right? Or 2 cars in a semi against the fastest 2 guys out there.
3 qualifying sessions complete, and the points math raises a new discussion. Anticipating the potential semifinal grids, the team devises a plan to land in more favorable positions. It's a strategy that goes against a racing driver's nature. The plan requires Chris Atkinson and Travis Pastrana to work in tandem to ensure that Steve Arpin finishes in front of them in the final qualifier.
Yes, ideally, you're second to Arpin. Bennett gets in there, it's still okay because Bennett can't catch Travis on point.
Yeah, what it does, Travis, is it puts you in a semi with Arlen, so you and Chris aren't facing each other out.
Yep, got it.
If all goes to plan, the team will be well positioned to secure a 3 Subaru final.
I think Travis is going to follow me into turn 1. I'm going to see how that wide line on the first turn works.
Off the line, the blue and the red Subarus need to force Arpin into the Joker.
The other two into the Joker. It's working the way we want.
And then side by side, the 2 Subarus. In the dirt they go. And they disappear, but it's Atkinson who's got it from Pastrana.
Then put down fast laps to keep more than a 3-second gap to fourth. On the last lap, take the longer Joker lap, slowing slightly to ensure Arpin finishes in the lead.
Yep, back it out a little bit. Back it out a little bit. Back it out. Arpin's going to be on your right now. Back it out. Give it to Arpin. Okay, you're good. 100%. This is what we need.
The Subarus finished second and third. Part 1 is a success. Sandell just needs another consistent run, which he's done all day.
High and right goes Speed to take the Joker. Where will he come out? It's going to be interesting. He may lose out. Oh! And it looks as though Scott Speed has got all the way to the back.
With qualifying complete, the 3 Subarus are exactly where they wanted to be. Strategic racing has worked so far. The team has engineered the matchups they want, but only the top 3 in each semi-advance.
Basically, to get 3 kills off the outside, you've got to beat Arpin, and they've just got to knock better now.
So standing in the front row in one of the 2 semifinals. So we just have to try to have a clean semifinal now that put us in a good position for the final.
Now, the real head-to-head battles begin. Pastrana lands in the more difficult group. He'll need to fight hard for the top 3.
We think the best bet is to good start, take turn 1.
Off the line, Pastrana begins his attack.
Stay with him, stay with him. Catch the car behind you, right behind you.
Through the chaos of the opening corners, Pastrana emerges in third. It's a long 6 laps, but the pressure eases when a competitor suffers a mechanical. Pastrana is through to the finals. Now it's up to Sandell and Atkinson. Sandell leaps out front and takes the Joker straight away. Atkinson splits the difference and follows the leader. Both Subarus run clean laps. By the last lap, Atkinson jokers and rejoins behind Sandell.
Patrik's behind you, but he's not trying to meet you, so just stay clear.
All 3 Subarus are on to the 6-car final. The strategy and reliability has paid off. All 3 cars in the final is an accomplishment worth savoring, but there simply isn't time. With mere minutes to reset, the cars are rushed in and out of the pits. This 12-hour single-day marathon is nearing its end.
We worked on a bit of a strategy there, making sure me and Patrik were in the same semi. Travis killed it out there as well, so 3 cars, let's try and get one on the podium.
No matter what the finals hold, the Subaru team will leave here with a positive result. green light, and it's Pastrana that makes the biggest move. He jumps into third. Sandell opts for the Joker.
Good, Joker. You did a good start, so you're clear. 3 cars behind you.
In the heat of the opening laps, Atkinson suffers a puncture, taking him out of the running early. Pastrana slides into second when blocked Jokers, but then has to take his own long lap.
Just guard that inside line. If you hold him up, doesn't matter. He stopped. You're half a straight away ahead of him.
Sandell applies pressure to the Volkswagens ahead. Both Subarus are nibbling at the heels of the podium, but from there the positions hold.
Both places pulled off, so you just got to finish. Just got to get round.
The team finishes 4th, 5th, and 6th. As the red mist of racing fades, they take stock of their result.
You know, I'm leaving with a small smile on my face because I know we're getting closer, but also disappointed that we were not able to show it here.
Just shy of the podium they desire, but as a team, they are stronger than ever.
No, it was so awesome to have, Atco and Sandell, these guys are not only great drivers, but they're great testers. They were sharing all the information all the way through, and we were always had a wheel up on everybody, which was awesome.
They leave with Subaru sitting 3rd and 4th in the overall championship hunt, and 3 weeks to prepare for the next round.
I hope to be on the podium these first 2 events, and I haven't been, and that's frustrating, but we'll look forward to Canada now.
This is Launch Control.